YouTube. Home time's over and we're back running. That's right, we are back running. Tubiest of the tubiest. That's you. And I'm 50 plus. And I've got a student.
What up? Yes. My name is Teresa.
And she has a page also called
The Texas Mother Trucker.
So make sure you get on there and check it out. Okay. So we started yesterday. And I drove some yesterday. And guess who drove all day today?
This girl.
And how many miles did you drive today?
501. Because we're overachievers.
That's it. All you gotta do is run.
That is true.
Okay? And work. Do your thing. Well, how you liking it so far?
It is definitely an adjustment, but a good one.
Good.
Yes.
I mean, it's only been a day, but I'm hoping I can turn out to be a decent mentor.
Oh, you're great.
He
really is.
That's right, all you haters.
Yes. I have learned a lot.
Now, I get a lot of complaints about, my mentor didn't teach me how to back. All we did was drive it on the straight line today.
Yes.
Except for
Loves.
And what we do at Loves.
I thought we were going to get out, but he tricked me. No. He said, we're going to back in over here. He pointed out the lane, told me how to set it up, and then didn't tell me anything else. He just directed me straight in. We did that quite a few times.
That's it.
And it works.
We're going to get a minimum of 2 backs every day. And if we don't go to a shipper like we didn't today, we're going to go somewhere and do some backs. We're not going to have any issues with backing. You just have to do it. It wasn't hard.
No, not at all.
All you got to do is go out there and do it. Listen, follow instructions, and you can do it. It's no problem. Don't let somebody tell you that backing is going to be so difficult and you don't want to become a driver because you're scared to back. That's a bunch of horse crap. Don't even worry about that, okay? You can get it done. All you got to do is put forth the effort, okay? So, outside of that, you went to school in Corsicana.
Yep.
So, let's talk about Corsicana. Of course, that's the same school I went to, okay? However, I was
fortunate.
Yes, fortunate. I went through 7 months ago, and it has since changed, okay? So, the first thing I want to talk about is when I went through, I graduated from the school, they signed me off so I could go get my license, okay?
Yeah.
So I went home, I got my license, and then a few days later, I went to Lancaster for orientation, okay? So how does that work now?
Orientation after you graduate is no more. So now orientation has been rolled into week 1. So whether you have your permit or you don't.
Okay, we were rudely interrupted.
So whether you have your permit or not, you're going to sit through week 1 because the orientation videos and paperwork has all been rolled into week 1. So everybody does it at one time. So whenever you graduate now, you just either, if you have a mentor, you go straight to them, or you go home for a few days and wait till they find you one.
Okay. So in week 1, now accomplishes the orientation. What about when I was there, week 1 was actually day 1 was your drug test and the physical.
That is still current.
Okay.
And the people who don't have their permits, they still do the hair follicle on Monday, but once they get their permits on Friday, then they go back to the clinic to do their DOT urine specimen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the first couple of days, You still do the hair follicle, and then you do orientation, and then they start their permits. They're getting the permits done. The class for the permit.
Yes, it's all rolled into one awesome week.
Yeah, I don't think it was all that awesome. So
it's quite boring. But.
Yeah, but well, a lot of it had to do with the fact that you already had your permit.
Yes.
Okay, so it may no longer shorten your time.
No.
To have the permit. However, when you show up with your permit, the stress of getting it done in a short period of time in that first week, along now with orientation and everything else, it can definitely relieve a lot of stress to get your permits done before you show up to school.
Yes.
Right.
It's too much. It's too many tests, too many questions to try to do all in one sitting.
So, the fact that you're there for 3 weeks actually takes a few days off, because we had to go back into Lancaster to do the orientation, which was another 3 days. So that it does take those 3 days off.
Yes.
And it also prevents you from having to get to another hotel with another roommate that you don't know.
And the biggest difference that everybody brought up was you used to get paid for orientation, and now you do not.
Right. But orientation is 1 day really now, right? Because
you watch videos throughout the week. Yeah.
So the orientation is kind of spread out just piece by piece by piece.
Yeah, they kind of
the week.
sprinkle it in the classroom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's still better.
Yeah.
Than going back.
Then going
to Lancaster and getting that done. I hope the volume of this is working out. And by the way, there's some cameras around, and we're gonna have some fun with those shortly. What we're gonna do is, as we're learning things, we're gonna film it and make it like a tutorial video, so that you guys can get the feel of what should happen when you get on your mentor's truck. Okay, you shouldn't get fussed at. You should feel comfortable, and you should get your goddamn backs in every day.
Yeah,
that's how it works. Okay, you should get it in every day, and you should drive as much as possible.
If we do that,
500 miles a day.
Yes,
that's because we run.
It doesn't take long either, which I thought was quite shocking.
That's right. So now that you have the feel of driving 500 miles.
Yeah.
When you hear me say these people are lazy, they're just not driving, can you imagine driving 200 or 300 miles?
No, you'd be bored out of your mind.
Yeah, you're wasting too much time. And the reason you're not making money is because you're not running. But you're going to learn how to make the money because you're going to learn how to run.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's what we do. We sleep for how many?
We get 10 hours off.
Yeah.
We sleep for 6 to 8 of those.
Okay. And then we start running when? 10 hours
10 hours after?
In 1 minute.
1 minute. That is true. The alarm went off. 2 minutes later, we had to be in that chair.
On time, ready to go.
Yep.
That's how you do it. That's how you stay moving, and that's how you keep getting.
And with your bump right
loads.
Here, I mean, you really don't have any excuses.
Yeah.
You go from here to there.
The problem is too many people try to drive from back here with their truck sitting still.
Yeah.
You don't really run miles that way. Okay. So now that you've heard the fun part, there's been some changes in Corsicana that wasn't quite what you expect, right?
That is true.
So, without going too deep into it, it looks like there's some revamping with instructors over there.
Definitely.
And there's a learning curve.
We were that curve.
Okay. So she took the curveball. When you guys show up to Corsicana, at least, you should be getting the fastball right down the heart of the plate.
Yeah.
Okay. So we won't delve too deep into it because
it's not necessary.
And those things the quirks there are going to get worked out, and it's growing pains, and that's what they're going through right now. But it's the same guy who ran it then is running it now, and everything will get right.
Yes.
The ship will get righted. Okay. So we ain't gonna talk long. So what anything that you would like to say, you know, about your experience so far? We've only been 2 days, okay? Again, the first day was a short day. I think we ran like 120 miles and I drove those. Today was your first day behind the wheel, and hey, hold the lanes very well, and we did a couple of backs, and we did one pull up each one.
Yep.
That's it. Just one pull up each one. Right in the hole. All you have to do is get someone on the truck with you, a mentor that's willing to teach you right, have you set up right, and then you should go right in. It's not hard. You just got to pay attention, and hopefully you have somebody who's willing to help you run and get you to run right. Anything else?
The biggest thing for me that has been so awesome is the automatic truck. So people complain about going to Swift because they make you train on manuals. Somewhere down the road, you may actually need that. And some people just really like driving manuals. But I will say, the automatic, it shocked me in the best possible way.
Yeah.
It runs exactly the same, just without all of the work. So you're able to focus on the driving and the backing and what you're doing, as opposed to, oh my God, I have to shift, downshift, where's my trailer, where's this? Oh, by the way, I have to drive the truck. You don't have any of that. You just sit back, relax, and drive.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. And we got a brand new ride, so we all right.
It still smells like new car.
Yeah, new car and dinner.
And chicken, yes.
How did you like that?
It was amazing, but to warm some more up.
Hey, look at that. She get to eat the grub. Eventually, we're gonna show some videos of us cooking on the truck, and but as for right now, we just gonna enjoy the eating. I'll cook it.
Yes.
She can eat it.
Yep.
And then we can tell y'all how good it was.
We'll tell you exactly how good it was.
Is that all right with y'all?
Yes.
There you go. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned. Again, we're going to start running videos. I've already got one of the cameras set up, pointing at the driver's seat. The other one's going to be over here pointing at the passenger seat.
Me.
So as I'm telling her how to do things, you guys will come along and you'll learn as well. So I think it's going to be a fun journey.
Yes, definitely.
All right. All right. You missed. See you when I see you. Here's your boot. Boop. Hey everybody, 50 Plus here. What do I do when my recruiter won't return my calls? They're lying to me. They don't have answers to the questions I'm asking. Problem is, once I get those questions, it's already too late. Industry standard. Once a recruiter has got you, they got you. You belong to them. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you my recruiter's information. Her name is Autumn, and if you're thinking about joining Swift, that's who I want you to contact. Give her a call. She's going to send you through the process. Eventually, you're going to wind up on a mentor's truck. When you get on that truck, you're going to be on that truck for $200. For $200, I want your phone in the bunk. If you're willing to do that, I'm going to send you a Blue Pirate headset. You need to let Autumn know 50 Plus sent you.